Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're going to look at another Shroudmon deck profile. We're going for infinite blocks this time with some of the new Pulsemon support. Kind of brings this deck to a new level, and I think gives it some extra viability. So, starting with our eggs, 4 copies of BT16 Upamon. Opponent's turn, while this Digimon has 2 or more colors, it gains blocker. This is just going to guarantee that no matter what level 6 we have on the board, we're giving a blocker, which is going to be really nice with some of the inheritables we have in our higher level Digimon. For our rookies, I'm on 3 copies of BT18 Liollmon. Your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon or any of your Tamers would digivolve into a multicolor purple or yellow Digimon, reduce the cost by 1, and it has a retail inheritable. Retail is going to be really nice with our blocking, and the cost reduction actually works really nice with our level 4 suite. I'm on 4 copies of the promo PAL. It will cost 0 to Evo, which is really nice because some of our Pulsemon options do not allow us that luxury. And then when attacking once per turn by placing 1 level 4 card with Pulsemon in its text from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, activate 1 when Digivolving effect on the place card as an effect of this Digimon. Honestly, not a whole lot of positive targets for that, but this is a Pulsemon in name, and there are some level 4s that do some things, and we cared about the Pulsemon name, so this was the best choice, in my opinion, for this slot. While you have a Tamer, this Digimon also gets 3k DP, so you can swing this in as a 5k, and it's not the worst. We have 4 copies of the BT17 Pulsemon. This is a 1-cost Evo on your level 2s because we are not running BBmon. Starting your main phase by placing 1 Leon Alexander from your hand as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. If you have 3 or more security, you gain a memory. If you have 2 or fewer, you recover 1. Gaining a memory and getting a free Leon is amazing, and if you have 2 or fewer security, getting to recover 1 and get a free Leon is also amazing. All turns while this Digimon has Pulsemon in its text, it gets 1k DP. That is going to matter because we're trying to block a bunch of things, so 1k DP is going to do wonders for us. Moving on to level 4s, 2 copies of our BT15 Gatomon. When an effect trashes this card from security, you get to play it without paying the cost. That might come up, which is really awesome. We have Barrier, and then all turns when a card is removed from your security, you gain a memory. What I really care about here is that Barrier inheritable. It does kind of matter if we can't manage to get a Tamer under our stack. This is a nice way to ensure Barrier as well. The other level 4s we're running are 4 copies of BT17 Bulkmon. This Evo on Pulsemon for 2, otherwise it is 3 on a yellow level 3, so this will still be 2 on Liollmon because it is a multicolored yellow Digimon. When digivolving, if you have 3 or more security, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k for the turn, and if you have 3 or fewer, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. This is not a bad target to tuck under PAL, and then all turns when your security stack is trashed from if Leon is in the sources, you recover 1. We like that. We also like the 1k DP boost inheritable. Our last level 4 is the new BT20 Bulkmon. On play when digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, you may add your top security card to the hand. Then if you have 2 or fewer security cards, recover 1. This is also great to tuck under PAL because we can recover 1 off of this. This will give us a different inheritable than the last Bulkmon. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory. That does count when we block, so it's a free memory on block. Importantly as well, this does Evo for 3 on a level 3 that is green or purple unless it has Pulsemon or Seekers in its traits. So the nice thing is that Liollmon is yellow-purple, so this can Evo on the Liollmon. Some of the other variations I tried had some issues getting this Bulkmon in the stack, but this will be able to Evo on the Liollmon, and it will still be a 2-cost Evo because the Liollmon has the cost reduction. So Liollmon actually matters with a lot of these Evo lines. Moving on to level 5s. 4 copies of the BT7 Boutmon. This is what is enabling our infinite blocks. It does nothing except for the inheritable that says opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks a player, if you have 3 or more security cards, unsuspend this Digimon. So as long as we have 3 security, this does not say once per turn, so we can actually unsuspend this Digimon and then block, which is awesome. We have 2 copies of BT17 Boutmon. All turns once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area by an opponent's effect by trashing the top card of your security, prevent it from leaving. So some nice protection on this Boutmon. And then all turns once per turn when an effect trashes from your security, this Digimon with Leon Alexander in its Digivolution cards may digivolve into a card with Pulsemon in its text in the hand without paying the cost. So this is a free Evo. End of attack if this Digimon has Pulsemon in its text by trashing the top card of your security stack, unsuspend this Digimon. So an unsuspend trigger is also amazing. Our last level 5 that we're rounding out here with is BT20 Boutmon. It has Fortitude. All turns when Tamer cards are placed in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon can't activate when digivolving effects until the end of their turn. I find that that's just a great control piece. Stopping your opponent from getting some really important when digivolving effects always feels nice. And the inheritable says when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security stack. So even if we don't get infinite unsuspends with the other Boutmon, we can still take a security when we block, which is also pretty fantastic. Moving on to level 6s, 4 copies of Shroudmon himself. He Evos on any level 5 with Pulsemon in its text for 5, and then when digivolving and end of attack once per turn, if you have 3 or more security, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7k for the turn. If you have 3 or fewer, you delete one of their unsuspended. So best case scenario is you have 3, you give minus 7k, and you delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. When this Digimon would leave the battle area by an opponent's effect, if you have 3 or more security cards, by trashing the top card of your security, you prevent it from leaving, and on deletion, you will recover 1 until there are 3 cards in your security stack. So if this dies by block, blocking, when you have low security, you're going to get to recover right back up, which is awesome. We are running 2 copies of the BT17 Kazuchimon. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. If Leon is in your sources, all of your opponent's Digimon get security -1 until the end of their turn. This is really important because it's going to help keep us healthy, help keep our security up by stopping the opponent from swinging. End of your turn, if you have 3 or more security, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -6k, and if you have 3 or fewer, you recover 1, then one of your Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. This is also a great effect. Recovering back up to get towards 3 is important for our infinite blocks, and attacking an opponent's Digimon will net us some memory back with our inheritables. All turns, this won't really matter because we don't have the Fenrir Lugomon, so we don't care too much about this. For our level 7s, 2 copies of the Boutmon from EX8. I like this as my top end in this deck because it de-digivolves 3 on something, so this gets rid of a bigger stack that we can't really deal with, and then it's going to give the entire board -6k worth. You can also technically DNA into this. It probably won't happen, but you could. And then all turns when other Digimon are deleted, you trash your opponent's top security. Trashing security is also in line with what the deck does, so it's just a really effective board breaker that offers you some security trashing on top. We have 2 copies of Thunderflame Crusher from BT16. While you have a Digimon or Tamer with Pulsemon in its text, you can ignore this card's color requirements, and when you would use this card by trashing cards from the top of your security until you have 3 left, you reduce the cost by 2 for each card trashed. Main, you delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. If you have 2 or fewer, you play this card as the bottom of your security stack, which is going to be great because the security effect gives one of your opponent's Digimon -15k. That is going to kill just about anything and help keep you closer to the 3 security that you're hoping to have. We have 2 copies of Yellow Scramble, helps us make our Evos for less, and also helps fix the top card of our deck. We have 4 copies of Physical Training, help us find our pieces, reveal top 2, grab 1. We love that. 3 copies of the new BT20 Code Cracker, Fang, and Hacker Judge. This counts as AG and Leon, so this will work for our Mind Link shenanigans. Start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory, so we like the extra memory. All turns when any of your Digimon are played or Digivolve, you can Mind Link one of your Digimon with Pulsemon in its name or text, or the SOC or Seeker trait. So basically, when you play or Evo, you can Mind Link this, so you don't have to do it on main. And then the Inheritable says all turns with this Digimon with Pulsemon in its text or the SOC trait gains Alliance, Piercing, and Barrier. Barrier is going to be really nice because we are trying to block a bunch of things, so Barrier is going to make sure that our stack can survive swings from bigger targets. Piercing is also nice because we have the ability to swing into the opponent's Digimon, so Piercing guarantees that we can get some damage in, and Alliance is going to help make us big to survive checks as well. End of turns, you can basically play this card from this card's sources without paying the cost of standard Mind Link stuff. We then have 2 copies of the regular Hacker Judge, treated as Leon Alexander. It is a Mammoth Setter, and it can Mind Link to a Pulsemon. All turns, it gives your Digimon with Pulsemon its text blocker and barrier. So we're trying to get blocker, barrier. This guarantees the barrier as well. And then Alliance, Piercing are just kind of a nice bonus. So that is what I'm doing with Pulsemon, I guess Shroudmon specifically, in Sp.Booster 2.5. Let me know what you guys are doing in the comments down below, if you're still trying to play this card, or if you're just running the new support in the Takumi Kazuchi deck. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Thank you to our channel members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlong, Big Z11, Coffee Deus, and DigiDane who make videos like this possible.